that we're celebrating first generation students today. Like I said, even if you're not a first generation student, we honor you as well because you have information and knowledge about college that you can share with other students, including first generation students. We have a bunch of our first generation students today that want to share a little bit with you of what they've overcome being a first generation student, the resources that they've been able to use, and how they've been successful.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Well, my name is Stefano, and I am a first generation student here at Weatherford College, and I'm proud to be here. I'm on the bus, so I wanted to give a shout to the CEO program for let me be a part of this program. And, well, me being a first generation college student has made my life completely because I was living most of my life. I'm proud that my mom especially has inspired me, my friends have inspired me, and the one that really got me into the field program and got me where I am today is Tyrese. I don't know where I'd be. I'll probably be feeling classes by now. But also, I want to thank him for helping me to know my story, and Chad too, and Denise. So I just want to say, first generation, let's get it.
Hey guys, my name is Speaker, and I'm a first generation student. I'm 47 years old, and I've returned to Weatherford College after failing in 2006 to complete my degree. But I came back strong, determined, and really focused. When I came, I was overwhelmed with insecurity, low self-esteem, just a lot of life baggage, but I had a desire to improve the quality of my life. And so I do believe that it was, there's no coincidences, only divine appointments and moments such as that in my life when I came here to Weatherford College, because I was surrounded by a team of individuals throughout every member of this community, the staff. I received a big welcome. I was encouraged. All of the strengths that I did possess on a regular basis, different professors and just all the people, the financial aid office, you just name it. Whatever encounter I had, I was encouraged. All my weaknesses, I was continued to be inspired in every area, and encouraged to continue on my journey to achieve my degree. And also, I would love to say thank you to SSS, who always takes the time to celebrate every achievement and accomplishment, no matter how big or how small. And it's not just being about a first-generation student, it's about being a member of the Weatherford College community. It is like a family. I am a changed person today from when I first started. I'll be graduating in May, and the biggest factor that I count as my success is the people here at Weatherford College. You gave me everything I needed. I am equipped to handle whatever lies in the future, and I look forward to my next journey. And I just want to say thank you.
All right, my name's No Way. No Way. I get that a lot, so it's okay. I see a lot of old professors or new ones I got. I just want to say thank you to Ms. Denise, Mr. Chad, Ms. Tim. Without them and being in this program, I would not be the person I am today. I also want to thank all my professors I had before then for pushing me to become even better than what I am. Hopefully I get to graduate in May, if not in December, and graduate to go to the employment program, and later on become a general doctor here in Weatherford or that is my goal. And that's what I'm trying to do. But I just want to say I'm very thankful for being in TRIO because they've been here before me. They've been pushing me towards it. They show me universities, trips, banquets, everything. I'm also an ambassador here, so I also want to thank Ms. K for that. I do have tours, and so I'm just trying to say thank you for everything. I'm an outspoken social person now because of them, and I just want to say thank you for this program and thank you to everybody. All right.
I know we have some faculty and staff that want to share what it was like for first generation. Who is it? I know some of y'all have said, I've got a story to tell. We want to hear it. John Turntine, is that you?
Well, I'm a first gen. My story is I grew up in Mississippi. My mom, I lost her when I was 11. I used to be homeless. I used to eat out of the trash can. Programs like TRIO, being first gen, it makes you understand what's important. The word first, it's about putting yourself first in everything you do. And start with you. So to all you future first generation students out there, understand no matter what you go through, everyone got a story to tell. It's how you tell your story. You tell your story by your actions, not by you talking, but what you do and how you go seek resources. You can't be afraid to challenge yourself to be the best. You can't. And you can't let no one take that away from you. So remember to always put yourself first. Thank you. Good luck to y'all.
Yes, John used to be in TRIO. We have anybody else that would like to speak about their experiences of being a first generation student? Ms. Rhonda Torres. Hey, I just want to say once again, guys, if you haven't seen the wall over here in the academic center, right in front, or the academic building, right in front of the Welcome Center, we have profiles of all of our faculty and staff who are first generation students. And it's quite an awesome wall, I must say, whenever you look at where some of our faculty staff have come from, where they started and where they've ended up. So please, if you haven't had a chance, please go in there and look at that. Ms. Rhonda Torres.
Hi guys, I'm really proud of all the first generation students I'm looking at. I began my educational career at Weatherford College, graduated from here, and we didn't have TRIO back then. And I would say, guys, that I was determined to succeed. And if you take that determination, you've got all the resources to succeed in TRIO to go on to the next level and the next level. So use your resources.
All right, is there anybody else that would like to share their story about being a first generation student? Anyone? Come on now. I know a lot of y'all got a lot of stories to tell because I hear them every day in my office.
Tim.
All right, here we go. We have another one. Mr. Rock.
Hi. And I was 17 years old, just graduated from high school. I started at Tarrant County Junior College. It was then. Took 9 hours. I was a straight C student. Didn't know how to navigate the waters of Beacon College. So I went to work for the next 12 years and did low-paying jobs and got married and decided to go back to college. But I married someone who was my SSS, and she navigated the way, showed me the way. She had her college degree, and it made a world of difference having someone to be there for you. And it's so great to have SSS here to help students to get their way through. So you have three options. You can try it on your own, do it on your own and struggle and not be successful. Or you can find something like SSS. And you can get the guidance from them and they're going to help you out. Or you can marry my wife.
We'll make sure she knows that. She's going to see this on the video. She's going to have so many proposals today, it's going to be insane. Would anybody else like to share their first generation story? All right, this lady right here, I don't mean to point her out, but whenever I was creating her profile, I was so impressed. I wish I could have just this much of the knowledge that she has of science. It is amazing. Her profile was a blessing when I was looking at it, so I learned a lot from this woman right here. Thank you. I was a first generation college student. My parents know they wanted me to go to college, but knew nothing about navigating the system, so they pointed me to a college and said, go get it. I didn't know how to get it, so I stumbled through. I had a 19-hour semester as a sophomore that
was not a success, by the way. I took physics and graduate level anatomy. That was not a good combination. Wouldn't recommend it. So I got out, wandered around, didn't understand masters or PhDs or anything else. Found a mentor when in my 30s at a community college, who then basically guided me through the rest of my education, and I received my doctorate at the age of 43. So, perseverance is what it takes. Stick with it, stay with it, ask for help, ask for advice.
Hi, I'm Susie Jerry, and I'm faculty and clinical coordinator in our substance abuse counseling program and human service provider. And I've been in the counseling field 25 years, but before that I was a professional dancer on Broadway. And so a certain amount of success at that level, but I was a returning student and felt so shaky and unconfident about going back to school. But getting an education will give you the confidence and the skills and the knowledge and the connections to succeed. So I encourage you all, get in school, stay in school. Research shows that to be successful, you just stick with it. Just stick with it. And, you know, I'm faculty here, and the most thing I want to do is communicate and have conversations with my students to help them navigate this process and succeed, get them connected with TRIO and all these sources, because we're really here to help you stay in college and complete it, because you're our next generation. You're going to shine and make Weatherford College proud. So as it said, ask for help, get help, communicate, let people know we're here for you. We're here because you're here. So TRIO rocks, woo!
All right. Thank you so much for all of you that are giving your stories. It's inspiring to everyone. I think we have another person over here that would like to give their story. Mr. Castillo.
Hey, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm sure there's a few of you who don't, my name is Daryl Castillo. I'm a faculty member here. And, I'm first gen myself. My mother used to beat the hell out of me every day. She would say, hey, you're going to get your education, you're going to concentrate, that's the only thing you're going to do. God rest your soul. That's what I did. And, when I applied for this job, and the job description said, hey, I must be able to communicate with people from a certain socioeconomic group. I said, hey, that's me. I come from the ghetto. I pride myself in being a pachuco. And for those of you who are Hispanic, you know what that means. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, pachuco means hoodlum. And so I always tell my students that I'm a pachuco with an education. I come from West Dallas, and we didn't even have running water. And I remember the first time that I understood the concept of role modeling. I started teaching in the fall of 1989 at Health Central College. And I had a Hispanic young lady walk up to me, and she said, Professor, seeing you standing behind that podium gives me now the knowledge that I can be somebody too, and I can get my education, finish my education. And I never thought about that because I never married and never had kids. So I didn't know what role modeling was all about. I do now. And so I want to encourage everybody to finish your education, because there's a close correlation between a higher education and a higher income. And I'm living proof of that.
Whoops, thank you very much. We're going to have one more student speak and kind of give her story a little bit. This is Mariah Poe. She is the president of Phi Theta Kappa.
Hello, everybody. So I graduated high school in 2011, and I waited like 5 years to come to college. And I really thought it wasn't going to happen. I was really, my parents really could not provide any kind of support for me to try to go to college. And Weatherford has been just an amazing experience. And I'm a first-generation student and president of the Honor Society, so it's definitely possible. And we have a lot of students that are first-generation students in our Honor Society. And we're right over there at Art 101 if you want to come and talk. So it's possible.
Thank you. Thank you, Mariah. Thank you all for coming out. Again, I want to tell you once again that in the academic building, you have all the profiles of our faculty and staff on this campus. Please go by and take a look at that because we have some really awesome faculty and staff here on this campus that care about our students, that care about first generation students, and we would like for you to know who those professors are. Also, we want to give a big thank you to Weatherford College for allowing us to do this today. Thank you, Dr. eBay, for encouraging and supporting us with your faculty and staff. As always, we thank Kay Landrum for being our mentor in the TRIO programs. We would like everybody who has a first generation t-shirt on to come over here and take a picture in front of our banner. So if y'all will come up here and do that. Thank you everybody. Thank you Weatherford College cheerleaders for coming out. Thank you Crystal for taking pictures and